kids and some of the ideas they have and some of their intelligence levels are those of innovators. So our goal is to create innovators in our program within, at-risk, behavior challenged children, underprivileged children. We want to take the kids that feel like there's no way out and show them there's a way, but they have to create a way out. And another thing is, as far as the children, we all school age, from 5 all the way up until 18. That's what we're taking. The thing about our program, though, we take our oldest kids, which will be seniors, and use them as volunteers. We utilize them as volunteers. And basically, it's kind of like, training them for the future and giving them experience and working so that when they go get jobs or when they go to college, they might have an idea of what they want to do before they step on campus, or they're going to fill out the application to make sure they can get a job.
Just to add to that, it also, one of the things that we utilize with the seniors is that most of our high school students need community service to graduate, or they have to have community service for, college or whatnot. So they also gain that community service just to utilize however they need. So, any less. But being a female and working with these younger girls, I talk to them a lot about a lot of things that's going on at home and school and things of that nature. And I just try to keep them empowered, connect them with other female mentors, connect them with other friends that I have that are in college or are already in their careers and stuff like that, just so they'll have that network. And I think that in itself keeps you empowered to see that there's someone else like you who's doing, been in your footsteps and who's accomplished and continuing on to help others. So.
Do you find that it's hard to kind of keep up that positive image when, in comparison to doing things in your personal life and your professional life? Do you find that it's hard to kind of keep that barrier? Yeah, keep that balance because, regardless, I know everybody wants to keep their work life and their private life separate, but we all know that's not the reality. What you do at home is always going to affect what you do professionally and how people perceive you in a professional aspect. So how do you kind of balance that out?
Well, fortunately, I've had the experience where I started I started an organization for females my freshman year, and then I had one on campus. And I was involved, like in my collegiate career and in high school, I was involved in a lot of leadership roles. So that time frame allowed me to really work on separating my personal from my business or whatever I was involved in. And fortunately, I'm really focused on what it is that we're doing. And our personal lives and our business lives merge a lot, but it's really not I don't feel like it's difficult because we work on our program 24/7, and we try to be as personable as possible and talk to the kids. We've had kids come to our home and that we've talked to. So I think if we live a lifestyle that is appropriate for what we're doing, so that way it's really not a challenge. It kind of keeps us in check, like, okay, whether do I do A or do I do B, and always keeping it in the back of my mind, okay, I'm working towards this goal, so this is going to keep me on the straight and narrow, just like I want these kids to be on the straight and narrow. So that makes it a lot easier, I guess. I don't know if...
Yeah, how about from a male perspective? Because, right now, as far as it's hard to be a positive male role model, especially one in a monogamous relationship and in a marriage in our society in general, especially in the Black community. Do you find that it's like a barrier, like a hurdle that you're trying to overcome with these young men to teach them that there's a better way to kind of go about life and go about dealing with women and treating women?
Actually, no. It actually makes it kind of easy. A lot of times when people see things that they're not used to seeing, they pay attention to it. So me being an African American male that wants to work with my community and bringing my wife in everything that we do, and they see how we communicate, they see how we, work together, they see how we climb, and we even talk about our marriage sometimes with the kids. I think it makes it a lot easier because a lot of these children have single moms. They have, grandmother taking care of them, or aunt or uncle taking care of them. They don't see that family structure. A lot of kids assume that we have a lot of kids. So it really makes it easier. As far as I think it's hard. The part that's hard is getting the support from the people that can actually help you. A lot of times they don't respect, the grind of an entrepreneur, the grind of somebody that has a dream and is following it. They look at it as like, well, what are you doing to make sure the money's in? Where's the benefits? Where's this? Where's that? Instead of saying, yeah. So that's the hard part. But the kids, as far as, showing up and showing out for them, they love it. I mean, I've seen kids turn their whole lives around just from, us coming to hang out with them and teaching them some things, doing certain activities with them, and maybe taking them some places, just to enrich their lives. And, that's the part that's, kind of I don't want to say gratifying. I don't want to say that word, but it's like it makes us keep going. You know what I mean?
It worth it.
Yeah, it makes it worth it. So, yeah, the thing that you were talking about actually makes everything easier for the kids, but as far as the adults that we got to deal with in order to make sure that we keep going, that's the hard part.
So what is your actual role with the foundation? I know you two founded it together, correct? Okay, now do you just handle like the promotion and the scheduling and the planning of the events, and then maybe you work a little bit more with planning the events for the kids, or is everything just a huge collaboration? Whatever we need to work on, hey, if you have time to do it, you get it done. If I have time to do it, you get it done.
Well, no, we actually kind of utilize the things that we were taught on this campus. I'm aspiring middle-level math and science teacher, so it's a lot of things that I learned in the Department of Education. She graduated with her degree in communications, business organizations with a concentration in PR and marketing. So she can basically take the ideas I have, organize it, and then she can come up with type of like marketing strategies, and we come up with our target crowds, and then I come up with the lesson plans to teach the kids, and actually going to the schools and talk to the principals and making sure everything is tied in with their curriculum. So it's like we utilize our skill set that we've been taught, but also some of the personal skills we had. Like when I was in school, I promoted a lot of parties. I promoted a lot of events on campus. Organized a lot of great causes. So it's like, I still apply what I learned from that. And then I was doing the music thing real heavy in 2011. So I even applied what I learned from that as well, like the connections, the non-stop grind of it, the creativity part. So it's basically we just use our skill set. It's not like, oh, when I get time, you do this, you get time. No, it's just we get our goals together and we just knock them down, basically.
We do utilize our different skill sets that we have, but at the end of the day, because we're in this together, a lot of times we do collaborate, and I would say the actual groundwork when we're getting out and working with the kids, that's all done together. We're both in the classrooms with the kids together. We're both, when we go out and we're promoting and we're at events, we do that together. But just like he said, my background, I have a lot of concentration in PR, so I focus, okay, let's, we have to look this certain way to make sure that the right image is portrayed, or, okay, social media networking, we have to be aware of the things that we're posting, the things that we're doing, and just different things like that. And he has this connection with the youth that is just amazing to me. Right now I'm doing my master's in school in clinical counseling, so I learned so much from him because he's a natural teacher. He's going to school math and science, middle-level math and science major, but he also has that natural connection. So I learned a lot from him when we're working with the youth, just how to apply that and from a counseling standpoint. And then I think that the organization standpoint, he learns a lot from me. So kind of bounce off each other a little bit.
And you're working on your master's as well too, right? Oh, okay. Like, no, I took a break. My brain hurts. I don't think it's operating anymore. That's why I'm so scatterbrained, because I think too much. I've been in school for the past, how many years? 20?
Yes. Yeah, about. She hasn't stopped since she started.
I haven't stopped.
Well, at least you haven't stopped.
Right.
Yeah, you stay motivated.
Stay motivated. Keep going.
That's a word for it.
Yeah. Just keep it going.
Crazy
so
is
many
another.
people
I mean,
stop.
because,
Yeah, and then don't get back to it.
People that stop. and they don't continue on. And when you stop, it's hard to continue because you get complacent, or you accumulate bills, you accumulate all these other things that you're doing. So I stopped for a while too, and it's hard when you come back because you have all these other things that you're doing. You know, working Create and going to school full time. That's like 2 full-time jobs on outside of other things that you have to do to bring in income. So it's stay encouraged.
I understand. We definitely understand that one. I think we all do. Now, who are some of the people that you work with Create? Is it just specifically, you know, the teachers, or do you pull in politicians, and are you working with local artists or anything like that you know could kind of tie in and be role models for these kids?
We have 2 community centers, and then we have elementary school, middle school, high school. The high school, we did link up with the language arts department. This lady named Miss Sexton, and she let us come into it as an alternative school. As far as the middle school, we're going to have more people come in and speak with them, artists as well, DJs, doctors, like things that will inspire them. You know what I mean? One of the doctors is from Kenya, and we're actually doing a fundraiser for one of his schools that he operates over in Kenya. So he'll come in and speak to them. We also have a poetry team coming in to help them learn how to, emphasize and kind of express themselves through words, because we're doing the musical. So it's like we bring in a lot of people that can kind of help them during the program, but also like to kind of connect them later. Politicians, kind of staying away from that, but more of the creative arts. I want the artsy people. I want the people that are